With Bengaluru's real estate market witnessing steep price hike and rising rents, should they buy now or continue renting?
I suggest that you should buy.
Let me ask you a simple question. If I tell you there is a corridor in Bangalore that has 10-lane expressway, a live metro line, nice road connectivity and access to upcoming satellite town ring road, what price would you expect properties to be selling at? Logically, you would say high because infrastructure drive real estate. This is basic economics, but this is not what is happening on the ground. This corridor has the lowest property prices among all major Bangalore zones. Best infrastructure, lowest prices. That does not make sense, right? Something is missing in this logic. Today, I will explain what went wrong, what is changing now, and whether this corridor make investment sense.
A growing number of residents are now considering the outskirts of the city where prices remain relatively more affordable.
And the corridor we are talking about is a Mysore Road. First, let's talk only about facts, no opinion, no assumption, only what actually exists on the ground today. Let's start with the infrastructure. First, Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. This is not a proposal. This is not an upcoming project. It's a fully operational 10-lane controlled expressway. Earlier, if you used to travel to the Mysore, Bangalore to Mysore used to take more than 3 hours. Today, it takes just 75 to 90 minutes. Let me share you interesting data. Land values along this expressway saw 40 to 50% capital appreciation after this expressway became operational. Second, the Namma Metro Purple Line. The Purple Line now extends till Chalaghatta on Mysore Road. This means from Kengeri, you can travel to Whitefield, MG Road and Electronic City on a single line without any interchanging the metro lines. Historically, properties near metro station have always seen strong capital appreciation, and this pattern has repeated across the Bangalore. And the third, Mysore Road infrastructure offer you nice road and satellite town ring road connectivity. Nice Road already connects Mysore Road to Electronic City and Hosur Road. The 288-kilometer satellite town ring road will touch Mysore Road near to Ramnagar. Now, ask yourself this basic question. Where else in Bangalore do you get a 10-lane expressway, a live metro, nice road and satellite town ring road access all together? Answer is simple. Nowhere else in Bangalore. And trust me, Mysore Road is the only corridor with this combination today. So if the infrastructure is so strong, why has Mysore Road not seen the same capital appreciation as Whitefield or Sarjapura? To understand this, we need to understand how real estate actually works. Infrastructure is important, but real price growth comes from jobs, demand of the location, and long-term economic activities in that location. For example, look at Whitefield. Whitefield did not grow only because of Outer Ring Road. It grew because of ITPL and EPIP coming there. In Whitefield, large IT companies, product-based firms, semiconductor companies and financial institutions moved in. They created high-paying white-collar jobs. And real estate logic is very simple. Where good jobs go, people migrate. Where people migrate, housing demand increases. And when housing demand increases, real estate prices go up. Now, if you observe what Karnataka government did on Mysore Road, they developed Mysore Road mainly as industrial corridor. Toyota, Bosch, Coca-Cola, warehouses, logistic hubs, and many more manufacturing units. All of this was planned. Here is what was missing. IT parks, technology, special economic zones, large commercial office spaces. No IT park means no white-collar jobs. No white-collar jobs means limited migration. Limited migration means weak residential demand. And weak demands lead to slow capital appreciation. If you closely observe in the last 10 years, while East and North Bangalore have delivered strong capital appreciation along with 4 to 5% of rental yield, Mysore Road has remained slower with a rental yield of only 2.5 to 3.5%. And trust me, this is planning failure by Karnataka government. The government built world-class roads and infrastructure, but without white collar jobs. It's like building a national highways and expressway with no cars. We have talked about infrastructure, we have talked about the problems, but this is where the stories start to change. The government has clearly seen the gap and now they are actively working to change the economic nature of this corridor. But actual question is why government is looking now? There are three clear reasons. First, land availability. In areas like Whitefield and Sajapura, finding large land parcel is almost impossible. Getting a 50 to 100 acre land with a clear title is getting very difficult. Typically, land is divided and acquisition is complex. On Mysore Road, large and continuous land parcels are still available for any big development. This is very important. Second biggest problem into a real estate is the infrastructure. The government does not need to start from zero because you have existing infrastructure. Metro is already running, expressway is operational, Nice Road is already operational, and Satellite Town Ring Road will connect this corridor. The base of any development or real estate growth is the infrastructure. And the good part of the Mysore Road you have as on today. And third most important point, why Mysore Road going to see the growth? Because of GBIT. It's a Greater Bangalore Integrated Township. The government has already launched 9,000 acre of integrated township at Biddi. What does this mean? It is planned as India's first AI-powered smart city. It is also being positioned as Bangalore's second CBD. And you won't believe it, more than 2,000 acre. I'm talking about 2,000 acre are reserved for IT parks, AI research center and startup hubs. And trust me, this is not just any government announcement. Land acquisition already started. Budget has been allocated. The planning authority has been upgraded. If you see the logic, it's very simple. Mysore Road already had infrastructure. What it was missing was a strong job ecosystem. Now, the government is building that ecosystem what was missing. When job comes into a location, housing demand follow that. And when demand increases, price start going up. And this is already happening in Mysore Road. Now, let's understand the numbers what you are going to pay to own a property into a Mysore Road. Because this is where the opportunity become clear. Current pricing for a 2 BHK apartment with a reputed developer in East Bangalore, Whitefield or Sajapura, prices are around 1.5 crore to 1.7 crore for a 2 BHK. In North Bangalore, Hebbal, Devanahalli, KIADB, a 2 BHK is anywhere between 1.2 to 1.3 crore. Mysore Road, 85 lakh to 1 crore for a 2 BHK. This is the price gap of 35 to 50 lakh for a similar developer, a similar scale of a development. Now here is the reality. Not everyone can invest 1.7 crore or 1.5 crore for the 2 BHK. And trust me, most of the first time investor or end user, they work with a very tight budget, anywhere between 80 lakh to 1.3 crore. With that budget, if you are looking a property into a East Bangalore, you are mostly priced out of a good developers. In North Bangalore, you may need to compromise with the size of the apartment. On Mysore Road, you are still very much in the game with the good options. The price gap which exists today between East Bangalore to the Mysore Road is because of the market is not grown fully because of job market, white collar jobs, and that gap is your opportunity. Now let's understand who should invest into Mysore Road. Let me be very clear, this is not for everyone. This makes sense if your budget is between 85 lakh to 1.2 crore and you are looking at a property of 2 crore with a 1800 square feet of a size and you want a 3 BHK, then this is the location you should consider because you are not stretching your budget, you are not compromising with a good quality developer and you are getting a good infrastructure. Because logic is very simple, Mysore Road makes sense for somebody who has a long-term horizon, at least 6 to 7 years of investment horizon. Infrastructure is ready as on today, but job market will take some time. That's the reason I said 6 to 7 years is the time horizon you should consider. This is the location one should invest if you understand underdog logic into a real estate. You are buying future potential. not today's situation. Mysore Road does not make sense for someone if your investment horizon is 3 to 4 years and you are looking immediate rental income. I would suggest short-term investor should stay away from Mysore Road. They should consider a different corridors like Whitefield or Hebbal to Bellary Road. Mysore Road make lot of sense for someone who want to keep less liquidity into real estate market. Here is the bottom line. Mysore Road today is where Sajjapura Road was 10 years ago. Back then, people said Sajjapura was too far, just a farmland, no in future, no infrastructure. Today, same Sajjapura sells at 10,000 rupees to 13,000 rupees per square feet. Let me tell you what differentiate Mysore Road of today and Sajjapura 10 years back. Mysore Road already has infrastructure that Sajjapura did not have at that time. Only the thing which is missing into the Mysore Road is a jobs market, and that is exactly what is being built now in Mysore Road. The question is not whether Mysore Road will give capital appreciation. See, Mysore Road always has given a capital appreciation. Maybe comparatively it's lesser, but any infrastructure-led corridors always appreciate. The real question is, do you have the patience and you are entering the right price with the right developer with the right location on the Mysore Road? This is the decision you need to make. If you found this analysis useful, share it with someone who is evaluating Bangalore real estate. And remember, in real estate, underdogs with strong fundamental are where real estate wealth is quietly created. I feel Mysore Road is an underdog because this location has best of the infrastructure in Bangalore. Oh, you are still confused and you need more clarity? You want to understand which location will serve your goals and objective? I will suggest book a consultation with us. Thank you.